do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Well,
We've done that 3 times already.
What?
Like just almost like repeating each other as,
I know.
Like cloning each other, basically.
Well, we did that just a few minutes ago.
Like we said, we've done that 3 times already. Like as soon as we got here, the cat was outside. Like we're both like, "Oh, you gotta leave on you." And then it was like
talking at you.
Yeah, talking at you. Because yeah,
it's it feels like we've been doing this for a while or something.
I know.
We kind of know how each other
and we haven't even been
operates.
Like, working with each other for.
I know. I mean, we only see
2
each
weeks
other.
now.
Yeah, we've only once or twice a week we see each other.
Yeah, because you came in yesterday again.
I like to come up on Sundays, man. It's fun.
No, it absolutely is fun.
I like Sundays.
Yeah,
because
I'm glad you come up.
I don't have fuck all going on Sundays. And
yeah, one.
She was giving a massage to her classmate, and I'm just like, well, I'm gonna go have a beer. I just got done mowing the yard, and I need a beer.
Yeah. Speaking of beers,
how about a beer?
Yeah,
and also because we pre-poured.
We already pre-poured,
and I may have already had a pre-drink.
Yeah, I did not. I was talking.
Just an OG space camper, man. I haven't had one of these in a while.
No. I think the last time I had it was at a Royals game.
Yeah,
honestly.
Yeah,
because it is a good one, especially in like summertime.
It's their equivalent, I guess, in terms of like marketing for Voodoo Ranger.
Yeah. I did.
Pretty good beer.
Mess with your with the pads too. Look at the red one.
Oh boy.
Shut it down.
Shut it down.
Yeah, see now you
can
now you can shut it down.
I've got the power.
Yeah. And I figured out some other stuff, so we got the music playing in our ears, but it should be not as loud to us as it is to the recording. I mean, granted, whenever I get done processing it, I may have to adjust it.
Yeah.
But I feel like I need to still adjust the I think it the audio alerts might be quieter to us than it is on the recording. That's my hope. Anyway.
Well,
so,
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah.
It's kind of
a work in progress.
Yeah, always.
As we are a podcast, always in progress.
So did you have a good week, Brian?
It was a week.
Yeah.
And,
Any standouts from your week?
Well, I mean, I took off Saturday because Jen and I went and worked at bartended a wedding.
Oh yeah, for Ben
Ben and his new bride, Ashley.
Ashley, yes.
So yeah, and then they were going on a cruise.
The Grimms,
if it was with 2 M's.
The Grimmses.
Yeah, not Grimmies or Grimes.
Just the Grimms.
It's just the Grimms.
No, good people. They're good people.
No,
I'm glad you went. That's awesome.
Ben's a super cool dude.
Yeah, nice guy.
It was a lot of fun. Like they provided all the alcohol. Jen and I were just there, just serving it.
Yeah.
And so they hooked us up.
Serving up like cocktails and stuff?
Kind of, yeah. A little bit, yeah. Nothing like too crazy.
Yeah. Just like rum and cokes, simple shit like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
A lot of rum and cokes, whiskey and cokes.
Did they have any transparent beer?
They did not have any transparent beer because it was all like they didn't have a tap system or anything.
Yeah.
And, that would have been a whole lot of cans. Honestly, like
they didn't want to do what Matt and Chrissy did and just get
100 crowlers.
Yeah.
No, they did not. No, they had, and we ended up going through most of it, but they bought like a case of Summer Shandy, and then like 2 cases of Coors Light.
Oh
and
yeah.
We went through most of it for them.
Nice.
I got mad sciencey later because he had some cranberry juice that was supposed to be for like potential cocktail type stuff too.
As Bryan does.
And then so I mixed the cranberry sauce or cranberry juice with Summer Shandy.
I bet that was pretty good.
And I'm like, I was holding on to it and I was kind of sipping from it, and then like Ben came back over. I'm like, here, try this. And then he ran off with it. I'm like, that was my drink. He's like, and I told Azzo about it because they came in Sunday too. And
yeah, I got to see them. That was cool to see them.
Yeah, so I told him about it, and he's like, "Well, I had to make sure everybody else could try it." I'm like,
"That's fair.
Fair enough.
That's
all
fair.
right, whatever."
I'm not mad.
I had a couple people to come over and like, "Hey, can I get the shandy with the cranberry juice?" Yep, absolutely.
Sure can. That's awesome. Well, that's cool. It sounded like you had a fun time doing that.
No, it was a lot of fun. Man, it whooped Jen and I's ass though. We were
I bet,
tired
dude.
and sore, and I'm glad I didn't have it open on Sunday.
Yeah, no shit.
Because I was already a zombie, and I didn't have to be in until 4.
Because you didn't get home until late, right?
No, I didn't get home till late. Saturday. We left after midnight.
And you got there around 4 o'clock or something.
Around
right?
4 o'clock just to set up, kind of get a lay of the land,
Yeah.
figure out some other stuff. I mean, we could have left a little bit earlier, but we were staying and do some extra
Of
cleaning.
course,
and
that's
stuff.
awesome.
We're convinced that we left that place cleaner than when everybody
I'm
showed up.
Not surprised in the slightest.
Because some people were talking about like, they have some really strict rules about trying to clean and making sure the place is clean. And I'm just like, they do, because I'm like, I'm not saying you guys made it dirty by being here. I mean, it's not, how dirty can you make a place by setting up stuff for a wedding?
Yeah, for real.
But like, it was dusty and not very clean anyway.
Wow.
And like, they're strict on, I guess, timelines.
Oh yeah. You got to be out by a certain time.
And so it was like, all right, whatever.
Well, that's cool, man.
But yeah,
Was that like the first time you've like bartended a wedding, or?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've helped at other weddings,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like they literally being hired to bartend a wedding, and
Yeah.
people thought that Jen and I were super cool and worked well together.
I
And
was about to say, what was it? That was the first time you guys have worked with each other, right?
yeah, and Jen's
Yeah.
she's like, it's saying a lot. Like, we didn't want to kill each other at all.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, she had, she's had some bad past. She's like, I think one of the big things for me is that you weren't yelling at me the whole time.
Yeah. Why would you?
I'm like, why would I? Like, we just worked together, and
If you guys are having fun, that's all that matters.
yeah.
Communication and having fun, man. I've worked
And-
with my spouse for many a year.
Yeah. I mean, that's how you guys met.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, and if you can make it work out, then good.
It's weird to, I mean, I know I never worked with her at the brewery, but
Yeah.
we, 5 years of our relationship was working together.
Yeah.
And
I mean, that was early on, too.
yeah. So like, I feel like we developed good communication from that, and like boundaries. Got to have the boundaries.
Yeah.
Especially when it comes to like, okay, we're at work, drop the shit from home, drop the relationship shit at the door.
Yeah. Focus on.
And now we're coworkers,
Yeah.
And
that's what we did. Like, because, we had some of our own moments.
Yeah.
But we did not bad moments, just, like our own personal moments of like, hey, babe, and, little kisses or whatever.
Yeah.
And so it was, but we kept it, pretty professional.
Yeah.
Other than that, and it was a lot of times it was like, hey, hey, I'm gonna work on some ice, because like people were coming up so fast. Sometimes it's like we weren't able to scoop ice as it was ordered, so sometimes we were preloading cups of ice to
Yeah.
be able to do the cocktails faster for everybody.
Yeah.
And just get them on
Did
their
it
way.
just like come in like waves?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically. And then at one point, I even had to leave to go get the catering people
Oh, what did they forget?
serving spoons and
What?
tongs for the salad.
Wow.
And then they didn't have like a serving dish for the salad dressing either.
Did the Grimms know about this? Did they, or did like,
they found out about it.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah.
if it was like a pre thing
yeah,
or what. Or maybe just that company didn't realize, oh, hey, they may want this.
no,
maybe
fucking
they thought
shit.
because it was a pizza. It was pizza.
Oh, cool.
Apparently, it's out of a food truck.
Yeah,
too.
yeah, I've seen those.
And I know somebody who has a food truck, pizza
It
business.
wasn't Boricua.
It wasn't Boulevard, no. That might be good for future ideas, though.
Yeah, for real.
And, but so I just ran down to the Price Chopper, smallest Price Chopper I've ever been in.
Because it was out in
Peculiar.
Peculiar. Yeah.
I've been to one other Price Chopper about that size, but
Uh-huh.
it was tiny. And I'm saying that with making the joke, the one I live by is like a convenience store size Price Chopper.
That is a small Price Chopper.
Yeah.
And they have a liquor store, right? Isn't there a Harry's up there?
Yeah, they do have a liquor department.
Yeah, yeah.
This one in Peculiar cracked me up. The liquor department was right next to the pharmacy.
Of course.
I'm like,
You need
what type of meds?
to wash me down with some fucking natties.
Yeah, of course. So I just grabbed a couple disposable bowls, the biggest serving spoon I think I've ever seen, and then
You should have
some tongs.
just got your spoon.
that was all.
Spoon.
That's all the way here,
I
and
know.
I wouldn't say it's not food grade quality,
Yeah, whatever.
but it is a unique spoon.
Are you looking at it? Is it behind me?
It's right there. It's the big blue spoon.
Oh, yeah, I see it.
I'm like, it's kind of hard to miss.
Well, I mean, from this angle, I'm lower to the ground.
It's at eye level.
My eye level is a little bit lower.
While we're sitting?
Yeah, I'm leaned back a little bit.
Lean back.
Lean back.
Lean back. And that's some of the things, like, I almost wanted to try to start doing the videos and actually do, like, a studio type thing.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, all right, I need a big giant, like, some arrowheads, in your chief stuff. I'm like, and then we can do some bear stuff too. Like we'll have Connor's area and my area, almost like the Pat McAfee show, right?
Yeah.
So like, I need to get working on that. I was actually looking at ceiling stuff today because it's almost like drop ceiling without being drop.
Uh-huh.
Like they have tracks that you can screw to the truss or whatever.
Oh, okay.
And then like it, like almost like you can like snap them in, so it's not like a permanent type of thing.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, all right, well, I'll have to do lighting though too.
Yeah.
Because I only had the contractor grade light, and that I then had the other lights off of, which, I mean, they're nice now, but
yeah.
But yeah, this
I
basement.
just realized you took the paper off.
I've been slowly taking the paper
Yeah.
off.
I like it.
Yeah. I had a thought about almost taking the whole thing down and flipping it upside down.
Oh, okay.
So then that way it kind of blows off of the ceiling.
Yeah.
And makes it a little bit dimmer, but not.
Yeah.
Shouldn't make it too dim. So we'll see. All right. Anyway, how was your week, sir?
Oh, it was good, man. Second week at the new job. I dig it. Still liking it. Nothing too exciting. I mean, I don't know. Just it's weird. I feel like I have more time by myself at home because like Gina's in class.
Still
or
doing
something.
schooling and
Yeah,
stuff. Yeah.
So I'm home at 5, and I'm just like, well, I've got 4 or 5 hours by myself. Like, I guess I'll play video games or clean the house or something. Like, I've got nothing exciting to talk about. I got new brakes on my car.
Fantastic.
That was cool.
Well, that was it was a Friday because Jen was saying something about like, oh yeah, he's detailing Gina's car. I'm like,
yeah.
Like, how is he detailing Gina's car?
Yeah, she came home for lunch, and I'm just like, I'm not driving my fucking car to work because I think I'm gonna lose my brakes on the highway.
Oh shit, yeah, that'd be a bad place to lose them.
Well, and it was just the worst sound in the world of like metal on metal grinding, and everyone can hear it. And I'm just like, I can't. It was like.
Did you have to
2 weeks
replace
of-
the rotors in too, or?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that sucks.
It was not a cheap visit to Firestone. That's for sure.
Well, Firestone's never cheap.
Yeah, but I mean, I had to. Like, I had no option. I was kind of waiting on. I had talked to Nick Kraft shortly before I left and just been like, hey, if I buy the parts, can you do it?
He gets, he's good when he can do it, but he gets busy.
Well, and I know he gets busy, and I'm just like, I can't like wait for him to be like, hey, it's a Friday night at 6, come see me. So I'm just like, I'm just gonna bite the bullet and spend a couple $100 that I didn't really want to spend, but I have to spend.
Understood.
I had to, and it's funny. They're like, oh, well, you need all this other stuff done too. I'm just like, just focus on the brakes.
Yeah, brakes first. And I'll be back in a couple weeks when I get more money.
I'll be back after I come back from Italy, and I don't have any money anymore.
And
do you guys take euro?
Yeah. What's the exchange rate for dollars to euro? You think Firestone's going to know that?
Hey, I could bullshit them. Be like, you know how much this is actually worth? This
is worth like $2 US.
Yeah, this €1 is worth $1.15.
Is that what it's at right now?
I think.
I know that's pretty common.
I mean, it changes daily. But right now,
which is so weird because for us, a dollar's a dollar.
Yeah. Well,
it's the idea of inflation.
Yeah.
I guess.
So right now, $1,000 is only 914 euro.
Oh damn!
So the euro is pretty weak compared to the dollar right now.
It's usually the other way around, I think.
Yeah. Well, if of course, absolutely, yes.
Again, that sounded quiet to us, but it might be much louder to. Yeah, we'll take one of yours. I really need to.
Just pick one. I haven't had this one yet.
I think I've had it, but not here. So
yeah, that was my week. Was
let's switch over to this glass.
Buying, new brakes. Trying to learn some very basic Italian phrases.
Like pizza.
Like how to just say hello, which is also goodbye. It's ciao.
Scusi. Did you work on your
Buongiorno.
You got some of that Buongiorno? Not to be confused with Bon Jovi. Jovi.
Well, it's so funny. Like we're trying to learn this stuff with each other, and I'm really good at rolling my R's.
Yeah, we've heard.
And Geena cannot.
Not on the podcast. I can't roll my R's.
But, like, por favore. And
Yeah.
she's like, that's really good. I'm like, it's just, I sound like an asshole. Like, what do you mean it's really good? I sound like an asshole. I sound like I'm really trying.
I always think of Euro Trip. Scusi. Tunnel. What number? We're on 63, I
63,
believe.
yeah.
Yeah, 63. And I'll do that as 63-1.
And then
this
we
is 63-0.
We started watching Reacher.
Dude, I love Reacher. I haven't watched the third season yet.
Dude, holy shit.
He
what a
is-
great show.
He is incredible at Reacher. I wish my dad could have seen it
Whoa.
because he loves the Tom Clancy novels. And I mean,
We-
like, I enjoyed the movies. I didn't think Tom Cruise was the right option, but
no, because the man is like 5'5" and 170 pounds.
And so in the novels, they label Reacher as like this mountain of a man.
And this guy is, I don't know the actor's name.
Alan Richardson. So
Dude,
he
holy shit,
played
man.
Thad Castle in Blue Mountain State.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And then he, I think he was in like Smallville or one of those like Superman shows,
Yeah.
wherever, as like maybe Aquaman or something like that.
Uh-huh.
But and so that the thing with Reacher is he's supposed to be incredibly smart. So I don't know how far you've gotten into it.
We just watched with the Strunks last night the first two episodes
First
of
two
season
episodes.
1.
So like, and you see more of it in season 2, but like, so in the novels, and I've not read the novels, but knowing more of that background,
Yeah.
he's supposed to be this mountain of a man that's
He
just
sure as fuck
super
is.
imposing.
Yeah.
And like they show that kind of like, where he's they had to put him in the freaking zip tie cuffs,
Yeah.
and they're like, why is he in the zip ties? And he's like, they're like, the cuffs wouldn't fit, and he just went along with it. He's like, am I free? And just breaks himself out of the cuffs.
Dude.
But he's supposed to be super intelligent as well.
He's such a badass, man.
So he does an incredible job with that role.
Yeah.
And like I said, I haven't watched season 3 yet. But season 2 was incredible as well.
Yeah.
You'll enjoy the rest of season 1.
Dude, I'm excited. Like, this is the first, I guess besides watching Fallout, it's like the first like new show
Amazon
that
yeah.
I've been like, holy shit, this is really good. Why didn't I
Amazon's
watch
done
this?
some incredible shows.
Yeah.
Because they did Jack Ryan
Yeah.
as
With,
well, and those were really good.
Fucking what's his name?
John
Krasinski.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's funny. I always get those confused. I'm like, wait, I thought this was John Krasinski, because it's Ryan Reacher.
Yep.
And
it's Jack Reacher.
Yeah.
John Ryan.
Yeah.
And-
I'm just like, what is happening right now?
Because I don't remember the character's name, but there's actually technically another one that they've done, and I think he's had ties, I know, to at least the Jack Ryan series, Jack Ryan, because it's always Jack. But it's called Without Remorse.
Oh, okay.
So that's technically part of the Tom Clancy
like
series
universe
as well,
or whatever. Yeah.
And so and I know he's supposed to be part of the whole Rainbow Six group that is kind of referred to in some of the Jack Ryan stuff.
Uh-huh.
But it has its own aspect. Like when you watch the some of the movies, like Clear and Present Danger, they had the Rainbow Six group in it. And so that one Without Remorse, it was played by Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, cool.
I don't remember.
Did we ever say what beer we were drinking?
No, you want to?
Yeah.
Let me pull this up. And
so I
you
ended
go
up getting
over
a random mix match 6-pack from Hy-Vee. This is a Yuengling beer that I have not had before. It's their Bock, their German-style Bock beer.
so I don't recall if I had this or not.
I've never had this one.
It's
I think-
John Kelly, played by Michael B. Jordan.
I think this is the first time they've had this in Missouri since they started distributing in Missouri. but it's solid. I like it. It's kind of caramely. Kind of has like
did
that.
you already get into it?
I did, yeah. I had one sip. Kind of has that,
Bock like
that Bock character.
a little smokiness on it.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I guess
Very
it is
caramely.
Bock. No, but
They're not holding Bock on this one.
they're not holding Bock. Speaking of Bocks, I hear that's what you did.
Box?
Your collab one.
Yeah, the Maibock.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because you're going to be the Bock Street Boys or whatever?
the Maibock Boys.
Yeah, Maibock Boys.
Yeah.
Well, I think Jeff was talking about like
Was he in recently?
it's going to be like he was talking about like it's referred to as like the 4 pillars or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
And I'm like,
Which I'm just like, that's a really good idea.
yeah, no, it's awesome.
Like whenever the 4 of us collab, it's going to be a 4 pillars, presents.
But then I
this-
made a joke of like, more like 3.5.
Yeah.
Even though you're not even the shorter one, are you? It wasn't Chris.
No,
Chris is shorter, isn't he?
I don't know. I feel like we're all about the same height.
Okay.
I think Blake has.
Yeah, Blake's not overly.
Blake has me by a couple inches. I think I'm about same height as Jeff. I think Chris is a little taller than me.
Because, I mean, I guess whenever I talk to Jeff, it's more like he's sitting down, so I don't really
Yeah.
have a gauge on how tall he actually is.
Yeah, no, he's about my height. I'd give him like 5'8", 5'9".
Okay. So, speaking of beers, I recently came across this
This
graphic. Yeah. From Visual Capitalist, and it's a case of beer costs, and it breaks it down by state.
Ooh, okay. I have not seen this
And
yet.
it says based on average wholesale price for a 24-pack of Bud Light or Miller Light in 2024.
Okay.
And so they have a picture of the United States, and kind of like they kind of gauge it off of, I guess there's different colors and whatnot. I'm not sure. It doesn't go into what the coloring is. It says Illinois is the cheapest.
Wow.
And it is $16.43 for a 24-pack.
Wow.
So again, Illinois was the cheapest. Missouri came in at $18.51, which, I mean, for a 24-pack,
That's not bad.
not bad. I mean, I'm not Bud Light or Miller Light.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm a Miller Lite guy, but I'm not buying a case of it.
I drink Miller Lite, but I preferred bottles. And this is obviously going to be based off of cans, right? I mean, a 24-pack of bottles, that sounds heavy.
Yeah, and it's going to be more expensive.
Yeah. Kansas was $17.30.
Cheaper than Missouri by how much?
$1.20?
Huh.
$1.21. One of the more expensive, or actually the most expensive state.
Probably Alaska.
It is Alaska.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
$33.62.
Good God, I would never pay that much for a 24-pack of Miller
Bud Light or Miller Light. No.
in my life.
I'm like, I will literally drink anything else.
Yeah. Yikes.
But I mean, I guess that's just a scarcity.
So it looks like white is most expensive, so that means Wyoming is the second most expensive.
Yeah, at $28.78.
How is it not as expensive in Hawaii?
I don't know. I mean, $24.17 is you're just over $1 a bottle.
Yeah.
Or a can.
Whatever.
Yeah.
A $1 a beer.
$1 a beer. Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, some of the other cheaper ones, Michigan comes in at $17.30.
Looks like South Carolina is pretty cheap.
$16.54. So I think they're probably the next cheapest. Arizona is $17.48.
Wow.
So they're just slightly more expensive than Kansas. And that's just weird, like, kind of seeing, that's obviously going to be kind of, I think, geared more towards the cost of living in each of those states as well, where you got to figure, like, Bud Light's Bud Light and Miller Light. It's not like it changes flavors from state to state.
Well, and you'd think that the two states that, I mean, I know they have brewing facilities throughout the U.S., but I mean, you'd think in Missouri and Colorado, respectively,
should be one of the cheaper ones.
Yeah, since they, Anheuser
Molson Coors
and Molson Coors.
Molson Coors, yeah. I was saying Molson Coors for some
Me
reason.
too. Me too.
Even though, it's Molson.
Yeah.
So I don't know. That was just an interesting graphic I came across, though. I feel like, we should probably start taking some of these and reposting them, like on the
Portishishinch?
On the Instagram, yeah.
Yeah.
That way people could, like, go to it and see, like, some of the stuff that we, the graphics that we refer to or the pictures or whatever. I recently, going into the sports thing, I thought I had saved something else. So I don't know how big of hockey you are.
Not a whole lot, but I know that some groundbreaking,
Yes.
history-breaking
So
Alex Ovechkin.
Ovechkin beat the great one of Wayne Gretzky
That's
for
wild.
most goals scored.
That's crazy.
Now, Gretzky still has him by miles on points because they do it like goals are points, assists are points, and like I think hits are points as well or something. And so like Gretzky still has him by a long way on points. But yes, Alex Ovechkin now has the record for most goals scored.
That's
now,
crazy.
One of the things I saw was that
because when did he get drafted?
I don't recall on that aspect.
I mean, I feel like
I don't have
playing
anything
for
like that
20
saved.
years or something.
Now,
you
I
know,
did
like-
see. I thought I had it saved, but I don't see it right now. So when like ticket prices have been gradually going up because people want to be able to see possibly history being made, right?
Yeah.
And so
Oh, you sent me that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's how I can look at it. I'm like, where the hell did this thing go?
No, yeah, you sent that to me on Instagram, I think.
Was it Instagram?
Pretty sure it was. It was either that or Facebook.
Yeah, I thought it was Facebook. It was on Facebook. So, DraftKings posted this thing that it was saying like before he tied the record, the Sunday game that he ended up breaking the record, the lowest ticket price was $207.
Wow.
As soon as he tied it, the cheapest ticket price became just over $1,000.
That's insane.
And apparently, I just came across this other thing. I thought I had saved it too, but I don't see it right off. Because most tickets are all digital nowadays.
Yeah.
And so, years and years ago, whenever you had something historic like that happen, people would like frame it, get it authenticated.
Yeah.
Apparently, so he did against the New York Islanders, which, odd fact, that's also who Gretzky scored his last goal against.
Really?
Yes.
Whoa.
His 894th or whatever scored against the Islanders.
That's crazy.
And so Ovechkin broke the record against the Islanders.
Whoa.
And Gretzky was in attendance,
Of course.
for it, as he, and he was all for it. He's like,
Fuck yeah, break my record.
yeah, go for it. I mean, because nobody thought it was ever going to be broken.
Yeah,
So he's probably just glad. He's like, I'm glad I'm still around to even be able to see this.
Yeah.
God damn.
for sure.
Because like Gretzky was probably towards the end of his career. Yeah. When Ovechkin got drafted, like I have a picture here
Yeah.
of the difference.
That's
right?
crazy.
Where it shows him with 0 goals. And then when he breaks the record. And
Wow.
I'm sorry, Gretzky almost looks the same, just
Yeah, he does.
a little older.
He's
and
kind of
obviously
he's
his hair.
kind of goofy looking.
Well, Ovechkin's goofy looking in his
And his
rookie picture. Yeah.
he grew into himself.
Yeah. So oddly enough, something else I just heard from one of these other pages I follow, he scored his first goal. I can't remember the name of it. It was against the Coyotes, the Arizona Coyotes.
Yeah. Now the
Utah Hockey
whatever.
Club, which is going to
Yeah.
be renamed, I think. Not, I think like the Mammoth or something like that.
Should be called the Sasquatches.
Yeah.
something.
Well, because they tried to go for Yeti, and
Yeah, that's
they
right.
kind of.
And
I
then
think they got like a cease and desist or whatever.
from Yeti.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So oddly enough, the coach of the Arizona Coyotes, when Ovechkin scored his first goal, was Gretzky.
Whoa.
And, like apparently they were saying like
That's some weird full circle
the way
shit.
he scored his first goal. I think like what Gretzky alluded, he's like, that's gonna be incredible. That's gonna be a good talent.
Wow.
So yeah. There's something else I thought I was gonna say, but I don't remember.
It happens.
But whatever. I did come across this other thing, keeping on the sports realm.
Oh, I did see this.
Yes,
Yeah.
the NFL, MLB, and NBA team equivalents based on winning percentage over the last 10 years. So, number one, you got the Dodgers, the Warriors, and the Chiefs.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just glad that there's a Kansas City team that's that high up.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is we don't have an NBA.
Yeah, which we should. I mean,
Yeah.
I still wouldn't give a shit about it.
No, I wouldn't either.
I mean, the game was, more or less invented in Lawrence.
Yeah. Now, again, there's 32 football teams. So at the bottom, underneath 30, they have a league of their own, and it's the Jets and the Jaguars.
Woof.
So the Bears make this list.
Yeah, 28
Hey,
out of 30.
out of 30. Well, because there's 30 NBA and 30
Yeah, no, I know.
NHL.
And the Royals squeak out at 26.
Oh, yeah. And somehow the Sox squeak out just higher than that at 25.
Woof.
But at least I feel like the Royals are in better company with the Sacramento Kings and the Carolina Panthers.
I mean, the Royals won a World Series. The Panthers
And it's based on the last 10 years.
Super Bowl. The Panthers have been to a Super Bowl,
Yes. And
or at least an NFC championship.
but not in the last 10 years, I don't think.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of high school. That was 20 years ago.
Yeah. I
Son of
think
a
it was like
bitch.
04, 05.
Yeah.
So, and like this is, but the Royals have had some really bad freaking seasons.
Oh, yeah.
Just like 3 seasons ago, or I think, not last year, but the year before and the year before
didn't
that,
they lose 100?
they both lost 100. Yeah.
Yeah. Woof.
Because I remember going to that last game of the season with my buddy Packer, who still has not said anything about having listened to the podcast. So I'm going to keep trolling his
Yeah.
ass. It was the very last game, and it was against the goddamn Yankees.
Fucking Yankees.
And we had to win that game to avoid having our worst record ever, and squeaked it out.
Yeah. I got to say, I hate seeing Green Bay in the top 5.
But I mean, you got fucking
I don't care.
Love
I hate
as
it.
well, and they've been solid. I think that honestly, if it wasn't for the freaking Eagles, they would have already won. Been to the Super Bowl as well.
Mm.
Because I mean,
Maybe.
who else do you have from the NFC besides the Niners? You had the Niners, the Eagles that kept kind of beating each other up. The Rams one year, right?
Yeah, the Rams.
And I mean, Packers are a solid team, but they just aren't better than kind of those 3, right?
The Cowboys, man. They them boys.
Yeah, there's some boys, yeah.
They are boys.
They are boys, yes.
No,
The
yeah,
one
you're right.
I don't like seeing is the Guardians at number 4.
Yeah, right up there with Green Bay. God
In the
damn
same
it.
group as the Green Bay, but then
And
they
I
got
got
the
nothing
Milwaukee Bucks.
I got nothing against the Bucks.
I mean, again, not having a dog in the fight of
Yeah.
basketball. I mean, if I had to gravitate towards a team, it'd be the Celtics.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
I mean, I always enjoyed like hearing the idea of the Supersonics, but that's a thing of.
I think they're
Yeah,
trying to bring
okay.
a team back to Seattle.
Well, I think both NHL and NBA are trying to add a couple more teams. And I think the NHL was hesitant to add any teams because, God, what was it, like 20 years ago? They were a lot smaller and
Yeah.
started adding teams probably too fast, and the NHL almost collapsed.
Wow. Well,
Because I remember listening to some sports radio and like they were in some dire straits. And I mean, luckily they end up pulling it out, but
heyo.
heyo. Because I know that's
Phrasing.
yeah, phrasing. I know that's what like one of the MLS's big concerns has been is not trying to grow. Yes,
How about a beer?
too fast,
Too fast.
too furious.
Hey.
All right, you want to grab another one down front?
I'll grab one.
Okay, and then we'll just go back to the IPA glass inside.
I know which one I'm going to grab. It's going to be
Oh yeah,
it's going to be a fun one.
you did just the fuck with me, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
A mango and pineapple?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, it's going to be terrible.
Simply spiked, tropical, mango and pineapple. Now, I don't like mango or pineapple, but I have had some stuff that I enjoy that I'm okay with. Like Boulou. I enjoyed Boulou.
I was not a fan of
And
it.
I do not like coconut either.
I just wished I just wanted like hard lemonade. But they
Yeah.
didn't have that.
Well, like I said, I went to the store. I almost bought some Crispin. Has Gina ever had Crispin?
The cider, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I think we've had that before.
Okay, because they have, the Total Wine, they had 3 different flavors. Now, one of my favorites, and I have not seen it in years now, It was they used a British apple.
Oh, interesting.
It was really good. It had a nice dry finish to it. I really enjoyed it. And I don't know if they still don't even make it anymore. Oh yeah. I did have a interesting thing happen, Saturday before, we went to work.
The shenanigans.
Yeah. I got a pedicure.
Oh, yeah?
First pedicure.
How was that?
It was different.
Did you enjoy it?
It was fine.
Yeah?
Jen's gonna be like, God damn it, Bryan, because like she kept asking me, and I'm like, yeah, it's fine. She's like, God, what the hell? Like, just no emotion.
Yeah, that's
me,
man getting a pedicure for the first time.
But like, she's like, she tries to do these nice things, and I always appreciate it. But then I'm just like, oh, thanks, babe, or like, yeah, it's cool. Like, thank you. Like, yeah, it's fine. It's cool. Whatever.
Yeah.
She's just like, no emotion. I'm like, what do you want me to do?
Yeah.
You mean do a backflip? I mean,
I can't because this little lady's touching my toes.
Yeah. But I already knew this, but Jen's super ticklish. And she was like dying when the person's like scrubbing the bottom of her foot. She's just like, I think oh my God.
That would be my problem. I've never had one.
Yeah.
But I know that like I would just start laughing like a child.
It was the first one I've ever had.
Yeah.
As well. And like there was a couple times like when she started on my foot, I'm like, I kind of had little jerks.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, okay.
Yeah.
There's that. Like Jen probably didn't even see that. I just kind of like had little foot jerks or whatever.
Like accidentally kicked this lady in the
that
head.
was what I was afraid of. Just like doing this like knee jerk, just bam. Well, and, like it was funny. Like she was trying to put my pant leg back down. I'm like, yeah, I have big calves. Sorry.
Yeah, sorry. About that.
Like, but not really.
So would you do it again?
Yeah, I mean, it was fine. It was enjoyable.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a nice thing to do with, spending time with Jen. And
yeah.
I mean, I did have one of my earbuds in and just kind of, I was listening to a podcast.
Kind of zoned out and yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I would absolutely just zone out and just chill with it. So
just a petty, not a mani-pedi?
I did not do the manicure part. She was getting a manicure. And so I left for a little bit to go do some other stuff.
Yeah.
I picked up some supplies or whatever for the wedding.
Yeah.
With the idea of having our own supplies for that as well.
Yeah.
Like some strainer stuff and shaker glasses. I mean, we didn't need the shakers or anything.
I'm going to get into this weird ass
thing.
Yeah.
Let's get into it. Cheers, sir.
Cheers.
Yeah,
oh,
that
God,
definitely
it smells awful.
smells.
It smells so bad. It smells so fake.
I'm
just gonna down this.
I'm gonna down this thing. Yeah.
Oh, it tastes so medicinal. Oh, that's gross.
That tastes fake, even though it says real fruit juice. I've had better.
Me too.
For sure. I don't like the Simply Spiked stuff.
That's the first time I've had one.
I had one of the regular lemonades. It tasted kind of like just like the regular Simply stuff.
Well, this was coconut and mango, right?
Mango and pineapple.
Well, the other one was, I think it was coconut and I don't remember. I'm just like, that doesn't, I don't like coconut.
I don't like coconut. Yeah. I mean, I would have done it for science, but.
Well, that was a drink.
That was definitely a drink. We should probably get into something.
Yeah, we should.
Better than.
How about a beer?
Yes.
Should I just grab another one from the mystery box here?
Mm-hmm. Oh, here's something. I think we've briefly talked about this. I know I've talked about it before, but I don't know if we've done it on the podcast or not. Have you ever seen this before? Somebody doing a comic about a CIA trying to murder Clark Kent and making it look like an accident. And not because they know he's Superman, but because he's really good journalist. So they have concerns. And it says, make it a comedy because the CIA assassin can't figure out why their attempts keep failing.
That's hilarious.
Like, that would be...
That's really good.
That really would be a good, a hilarious type of thing.
Like if they made Superman like, oh, fuck, what's it called? When it's public domain? Like
yeah.
If they made like that kind of movie with Superman.
Yeah. That would be pretty funny. I love the idea.
That's funny.
Like the first caption, it was from the person that posted it. Says, make it rated R and show off his full power.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I think like it would be better as like an animated type of thing. Almost like in that instance, like nice. in that
I
instance,
hit the microphone.
yeah, I saw. Make it like Deadpool, like the animated Deadpool.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I think that'd be comical. Ooh, I have not had any founders
It's been a long
in
time.
a long ass time. Well, I mean, we had our reasons for not drinking some
Yeah.
founders as well, because
because of
DEI type of stuff.
noise.
There we go. Get it. There was something else I swear I had saved of late, but yeah, this one cracks me up. The Jordan NBA logos versus LeBron's.
That's good.
Yeah. God dang it, there was something else.
Well, this beer I just poured is from
Yes.
Founders. Mortal Bloom, Imperial Thorn. It's an Imperial IPA. Coming in at 8%.
Damn. You said it's an Imperial IPA?
Oh, yeah.
All right.
I like the logo. It looks like a bad acid trip.
I mean, Founders, I do enjoy some Founders stuff. I just, again, it was more of a not drinking it out of basically protest, right?
Yeah.
Because of
them being...
their transgressions.
Yeah.
When
Oh, so I randomly, wow, I don't know why I didn't mention this earlier, went to BKS probably for the second time this year.
Oh, yeah?
Or second time ever this past weekend.
I've only been there twice myself.
Feels good.
Yeah.
You know,
I know. I feel
hazy
like
IPAs and
that's their
and
kind of,
Pilsners.
that's their go-to
Yeah.
type of stuff. But I hear that they are starting to venture out a little bit more.
Yeah, they had a lot of stuff in can that you can buy, kind of like what am I looking for here? What's the word? What was the place? I always forget about the place that was in like Brookside Waldo that closed and City Barrel took over.
Oh, not Taps on Main. I'm blanking on the name as
Right?
well.
God damn. Anyway, but I'm just like, oh, you can buy their beers in a can and they can pour it for you. That's cool.
Yeah.
Like a bottle room situation.
I am out of whatever. I thought I had more stuff, and I apparently am not finding fuck all now. So
It happens.
here we are. Because I think we already talked about that, didn't we? The cross-sport comparisons.
No.
Oh,
I don't think so.
I came across this cross-sport. It was FanDuel, and so credit out to FanDuel. FanDuel does do some really interesting kind of
Oh, yeah.
graphics and stuff. And so, sometimes when you hear like so and so making so much money, you don't really know how to equate that, right?
Except it's a lot of fucking money.
Except for that, it's a lot of fucking money. Because who was the other one that who just signed a new deal?
Which sport?
I thought it was baseball.
There's a lot of them.
No, I think there was one that just got signed in baseball.
I don't know, Scotty.
Oh yeah, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
with the Blue Jays. 14-year, $500 million contract.
How much is guaranteed?
It didn't say on the thing right off.
Jesus Christ.
At least not on the. Good thing I didn't clear it out my notifications.
Well, what's crazy is like this all kind of started with Patrick Mahomes. He was the first one to get like a $500 million contract.
Yeah. Well, and so like I feel like.
And then he keeps restructuring it to to save money.
He's gonna make like $70 million
Dude,
this last year.
He's going to make so much money
Yeah.
on the back end.
And the first big one that I really remember, I think it was a Raiders guy who went to Washington, a defensive player, and he was like the first person to sign like $100 million contract.
Wow.
And it was like 15 years ago. And like that's like the first one I remember of being this like stupid amount of money.
Yeah.
But yeah, like then it seemed like it was the Mahomes whenever he did his first contract. And good, smart on the Chiefs for fucking doing that.
Hell yeah, man. They They're smart, dude.
I think they saw what was coming
Yeah.
and said, we need to get him to a contract early. And, I mean, and good on Mahomes, though, that he keeps restructuring it. Yeah, he's backloading it. But ultimately, he's trying to win.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what
he
you do.
knows he's going to get paid.
Yeah.
So might as well fucking try and win
Yeah.
to make yourself look even better. But yeah, so this cross-sports, and I had saved this a week ago. And again, it was from FanDuel. So they had the number one that they had was, it was based off the Juan Soto contract. Everybody's like, oh my God, that's like an outrageous amount of money. So his is equal to Jalen Hurts.
That's crazy.
When Jalen Hurts, signed his new contract.
Yeah.
Right? And that was right after the Super Bowl, wasn't it? Or was that the beginning of the year? I can't remember.
I don't remember.
And so, I mean, good on Jalen Hurts, though, for getting paid. And hey, that's 4 times. There we go. So, and this one's going to throw me out because, again, they do some comparison to basketball players, too.
Yeah.
It's not just like
It's not
MLB to NFL.
Yeah.
It's sometimes MLB to NBA as well.
Yeah.
Because actually, I think they even have hockey on here, too. Actually, they do, yeah. So the next one was Aaron Judge is the same as Brandon Ingram. And I think Brandon Ingram was with the Raptors.
Yeah, and I don't know fuck all about him. So
well, I'm just going off of the logo.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. I know who Aaron Judge is. I know who Juan Soto is.
Yeah,
I don't know who that guy is.
But $40 million.
Wow.
And again, this is per year.
Yeah,
it's like insane,
man.
You got Anthony Rendon, which I knew nothing about. And I followed the Angels for a while. Like they were like I followed the Royals, but. Like in the early 2000s, I also gravitated towards the Angels.
Yeah.
Because I wanted to also try to follow a team that was winning.
Yeah.
And possibly, getting championships.
Yeah.
To see what it was like.
Yeah.
Because at that point, the Royals, their last championship or World Series was 85.
85 years.
I was 3.
Yeah. Well,
I don't remember that shit.
Well, we're coming up on
10 years.
Yeah.
From their last one.
And 10 more years, and then, hey.
Yeah, at least I'll be around for that one.
Every 20 years, man.
But yeah, Anthony Rendon, which I'm like, I knew nothing about. But his is equal to Justin Jefferson at $35 million.
It's crazy.
And then Mookie Betts.
Well, what's crazy is
I feel like Mookie Betts has been playing forever.
What's crazy is the amount of baseball players that are on this list.
Yeah,
and how much they make.
Oh, I've heard a lot of former professional football players. They're like, if I knew what I knew now, I'd go towards baseball. Then a lot of them,
rookies have a killer fucking contract.
Yeah,
and I think they make like $750,000.
Yeah, it's harder to get into the MLB aspect.
Oh, dude, because there's so many players.
Yes, but it's easier on your body because there's a lot of players now that they push their kids towards MLB instead.
Yeah. So my cousin, I guess.
Did we ever cheers on this one?
No, we didn't.
Sir.
My cousin's a pitcher for the Brewers.
Yeah, we talked about this. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think this past year he ended up getting Tommy John's.
And that's a surgery that could knock you out for like a year.
But now it's like when that used to be like the death sentence for pitchers.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, your rotator cuff is fucked.
Well, it was almost
done.
like an Achilles for football players.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Or
ACL stuff.
I was going to say, I saw something.
I
I saw a video today of Aiden Hutchinson, who gruesomely broke his leg.
Yeah.
He's sprinting now.
Oh, yeah.
6 months after his surgery.
Well, even Pacheco freaking, got pretty good injury. And again, like a decade ago, like that was like, when you got, like, you started talking about ACL stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like people are like, oh, he may never be back.
Yeah, but with Hutchinson, I'm pretty sure it was his femur. He broke his fucking femur.
Yeah, well, I mean, Al Gordon was the same. Not Gordon. Alex Smith was the same way.
Oh, yeah.
He almost died from his freaking bone injury.
God damn, dude. And same with what's the ultra famous one is Joe Theismann, who's like once again broke his femur.
Yeah,
and it was sticking out of his leg. You could see his bone.
Oh, I mean, modern medicine.
Ugh,
I mean,
goddamn, dude.
Sometimes it's bad.
Yeah,
because you get so addicted to some of the bullshit
and
that
shit.
that things. And so like there's some great natural medicine too, but like with some of the advances in science, like some of these injuries are just, I mean, again, like cancer, think about leukemia, like, people, leukemia is just like not that big of a deal anymore.
Well, and who
like
was
it's a serious thing, not negating what it is, but like it's very treatable now.
I'm trying to think of the Chiefs defensive back that had that.
Eric
Berry.
Berry, yeah.
Yeah, he had leukemia.
Yeah, and he was out for like a year and a half, 2 years.
That dude was a fucking beast.
And then still came back and wasn't the same, but came back and produced.
So my
was
dad,
productive.
So my dad's a Chiefs fan. Doesn't, he has Chiefs gear.
Yeah.
He has 2 jerseys. One of them is Eric Berry.
Uh-huh.
And the other one is Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, I'm sorry, he's not even like a Lenny. No, Lenny jersey.
No. I mean, I've got photos of me wearing a Dawson jersey as a kid.
I mean, mine was one of my big players was Derek Thomas.
Yeah, so I had Dawson. I think my brother had Derek Thomas, and
I did have a Montana one at one point.
I think
too.
my dad had the Montana.
Yeah.
There's like a the 90s family photo,
and
and we're all wearing our jerseys.
Were you angry?
No, I was a smiley baby. A smiley baby.
Oh,
boy.
that's right, because
I was like 8.
It was before you made the poor decision of
becoming a Bears fan.
Becoming a Bears fan. All right, so moving on. The next on this list is Mookie Betts, which again, like I think I said this.
He's been in the game forever.
Like how old is that dude? When they put in with Miami Heat's Tyler Hero?
I don't know. Who that
At $30 million as well. You got Chris Bryant and Jalen Brunson. Chris Bryant being a famous, he's a Colorado Rockies player. $26 million. And then you got Javier, was it Baez?
Baez?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's Baez. I should have known that because he's a fucking Detroit Tigers player. Debo Samuel.
For the Washington Commanders.
Not Washington Football Club.
The team formerly known as the Washington Football Club, formerly known as the Redskins.
Yeah. $23 million.
Put that on a helmet. Can we put that on a helmet, please?
Yeah, what are they? Do you think they're ever going to do a throwback?
What would it be? Would it be the Redskins? Would they do? No, they wouldn't do that.
Start copying like the Seminoles freaking
logo.
You got Jose Ramirez and Jarrett Allen, who's
for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Cleveland, right? Cleveland. Yeah. $20 million. And then
is that Acuna?
Acuna Jr. and Connor McDavid, which is
the only NHL player on this list.
No, there's 2. The one below him is also NHL.
Oh, I see it now.
Connor Helbuyuk.
Does he spell it with 2 N's?
Yes.
Get fucked.
He's not Irish.
Clearly, he plays hockey.
Actually, you know what's funny is they're both Connor. Connor McDavid and Connor Helbuyuk.
Oh, Jesus Christ. And they both spell it with 2 N's? Get fucked. I stand by that statement.
My kid's spelled with 2 N's.
I will spare, but you know what I'm thinking.
Sure. Thanks.
Spell it right next time.
Spell it right. Oh, next time I have a kid, I'll be sure to spell his name right.
1 N.
Yeah. So we didn't do this one because we did the MLB, comparison thing.
Oh, yeah. For
episode.
Attendance.
But so staying on the whole NHL thing. So NHL 24-25 attendance ranked by capacity percentage. I don't know how almost half of these teams have the numbers that they have, because they're over 100%. So I'm guessing it's going off of seating capacity and having standing room only as well. Yeah. Golden Knights, 102.6%. I don't know if you saw the bottom of this chart or not. It has little asterisks. You see what it says?
Utah Hockey Club does not qualify for this exercise.
I'm like looking at them, I'm like, wait a minute, there's supposed to be 32 teams, right? I guess so. I misspoke earlier saying there was only 30 teams. There's 32 teams in NHL as well.
So then why didn't they do the Coyotes?
Because that was Utah.
Weird.
And that's probably why they said they don't count, because
Yeah.
it's based off
transitional-
of this season,
Oh, okay.
which crosses from 24 to 25.
Instead of 23-24.
Yes.
Gotcha.
In Utah being their first season and having a terrible break-in attendance, they're like, yeah, we don't want something that says like 40%.
Well, why did you like whatever?
Because the bottom end of this, and I guess this is just how popular NHL is, it's the Sharks, who I know Packer, he has a guy he works with who's apparently a glutton for punishment as well, and is a Sharks fan, and talks about how bad they are.
Must be a smart man.
And but their attendance 80%.
But I mean, how large are these? What's capacity? Like 12,000 people?
Well, hold on.
Like what's 80% of 12,000?
The average NHL arena capacity falls within the range of 16,000 to 20,000 seats,
All right.
with some arenas exceeding 20,000 and others being closer to 17,000.
The song sounds like Star Wars.
Yes.
That's weird. Yeah, thanks for changing it.
Yeah. So, I mean, you got to think, if you're doing 80%, say they're on the low end, right, of 16,000. So 16,000, times 0.8, it's still 12,000.
That's still a decent amount of people.
That's a solid number.
Yeah.
For an arena.
Yeah.
I mean, and 80,000 is not going to look like,
'Cause what,
why is it so empty in here?
What is that? San Jose, the Sharks, right?
That was the low end. Yeah. 80%. Like, that's still a solid attendance, I feel.
Yeah.
So,
I feel like it's more than like a typical Royals game on average,
Yeah, but you got their seating capacity is
like 60,000 or something.
no, it's not that big. Ayo.
Phrasing?
37.9.
That was close.
So, but you got to figure. So, I mean, I know like their average attendance, it doesn't say right off, but like it seems like a lot of time, almost every time I go, it's like oh, today's attendance is in the 20s.
Yeah. 25 people are here right now.
But you got to figure like that's almost half then.
Yeah.
Like that's all. That's you can see that.
Yeah, you can.
Yeah, like if you're
Or
missing,
you can't see it. You don't want to see it.
I mean, if you're missing 4,000 to 5,000 in an arena, that's not as noticeable as missing
20,000
in a stadium. Yeah. Like sometimes I've wondered when they've announced attendance, I'm like, do you think they're counting the people working?
I was about to say that.
Because like there's been times like they're like, oh yeah, today's attendance is 20,000. I'm just looking around and like,
the fuck
there's
it is.
no fucking way that there's 20,000 people in this stadium right now.
There are 5 people in my row.
Yeah, and there's nobody in the 5 rows behind
Yeah.
me or in front of me. So I don't know. Well, we should probably start wrapping it up.
Yeah, we should. It's
We-
been a good time.
We
Good
hit
time,
we
great
hit a
oldies.
lull. We recovered from the lull. Thanks for hanging out with us through the weird times.
That's what we do, man.
Yeah,
We keeps it weird.
we just had to figure things out.
Yeah, that's what we always
I
do.
thought I had more stuff saved, and I feel like I almost want to start like whenever I come across something, try and link it or save it into my Discord.
Yeah, there you go.
And then that way it's like, okay, I just use Discord to kind of pull up everything and we can break it down into episodes. So like we need to get you onto my server as well.
Well, let's make it happen, Captain.
All right. And so with that saying, like, if you want to get on the server, I really don't do much on it. But if you have ideas or suggestions, make sure you do. Oh yeah, fan mail. I did have a thing from fan mail.
Fan mail.
It's Chad. He was just saying, congrats on the new job. I thought there was something else he said. Because that was March 28th.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Oh, no. Miranda sent us one.
Oh, Miranda.
On Spotify. Let me see if I can pull up Spotify creator. This music brought to you by
Spotify.
This would be good.
Just
when
kidding. No,
when
we're
we
not
do have
brought to you by
ads.
Spotify. No.
Comments. There you go.
What do we got?
So, a couple days ago, she said, we were talking about cocktails and stuff, and this is what I like, where it actually, it's commented on a actual episode.
Someone was lurking.
So this was for the whiskey and stats, bourbon, blocks, and Pro Bowl. So she's a few episodes behind. This was
That's okay.
episode 54.
That's fine.
I
I know
so,
Ellie hasn't listened. Ellie.
Mr. Torres, fellow cocktail lover and owner of many liquor bottles here. In parentheses, you both are always welcome over. Plus, Jen and Geena.
Oh.
Yeah. So let me introduce you to the Boston Sour.
Oh, okay.
Also, not to be a smartass, you definitely put all the ingredients together, including the egg white, because we were talking about eggs, whiskey sours.
Yeah, yeah.
It's supposed to have a egg white on it or whatever.
Yeah.
And shake it. There's a dry shake,
no
ice, to get the egg white frothy, which makes sense.
Yeah, yeah.
And then add the ice and shake it to make it cold.
Okay.
And then great episode. Thanks, Miranda.
It says see more. Is there more? Ah, there we
Great
go.
episode, though. I didn't even realize it was 2 hours had passed.
Oh, I forgot that was a 2-hour episode, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
that was our 1 year one.
That was the marathon episode.
And then I responded as Poor Distance Podcast, and I said, always more to learn, but thank you for the info on the cocktails, and might have to be the next venture we focus on more.
Yeah.
Doing more cocktails.
Making some cocktails, that'd be fun.
Oh, yeah. Doing actual cocktail hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we've talked about that.
Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be good content.
So anyway, with that being said, please make sure you guys go out and follow us on all the socials.
Like, subscribe, share.
The Facebook and the Instagram. We're not doing the TikTokies. We do have a YouTube. We're trying to start doing more YouTube stuff. But yeah, please share comments or do comments on any of the things. That way we can respond to them. Because I get those, and then that way we'd love to do more review. I mean, if we had an episode where we just pretty much went over fan stuff the entire time,
that'd be cool.
I think that'd be pretty cool. Dope. So yeah, you guys get after it, and we'll
also get after it.
Do better next time.
We'll do better next time.
Yeah.
Shut it down.
Do it.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you, everybody.